Hello, today's video is going to talk about the future. So the future means anytime, anything that happens after now. And we're going to use going to. So we have already looked at the past. The past means anything that happens before now. That's before. So for example, yesterday, I saw my friend. I spoke to my sister. We worked a lot. It's all the past. We looked at that in other videos. Saw, spoke, worked. That's before now. We use it with yesterday, last week, last year, all of these words. The present is now. And we usually use it with the ing. Now I am writing. Now she is eating dinner. Now we are working. That's the present. But now we're going to look at the future. The future means anything after now. So we use it with tomorrow, next week, next year, tonight. So any time we use next or we use tomorrow, we have to use the future. Not the past, not the present, the future. So how do we talk about the future? Let's look a little bit. So we're going to look at a little story about Jerry. This is Jerry here. He says, "Hello, I am Jerry." He says, "I have a lot of plans for the future." So he's going to talk about some of his plans for the future. So we can see this. "Tonight, I am going to cook pasta," Jerry says. Jerry says, "Tomorrow, I am going to visit my grandfather." Still with the future, Jerry says, "Next week I am going to play tennis with my friend Mark. I think Mark is going to win because he is very good at tennis." So that's next week. And next year. "Next year I am going to spend 2 weeks in America. I'm going to stay with my cousin in New York." So this is all the future. Tomorrow, next week, next year, tonight. So how do we talk about the future? Well, you can see what we're doing all the time. Going to. So going to is used to talk about the future, not about the present here. Not in this case. So how do we use the future? Well, with I, we need the am. I am going to. So don't forget the I am, you are, she is. I am going to for I. You are going to for you. She is going to for she. And it's the same for he. He is going to. So please don't forget the am, the are, or the is. These are important when we're talking about the future. So let's see if you can remember about Jerry. Remember, this is Jerry. So you remember this picture? Tonight. So what is Jerry going to do tonight? Can you remember? Can we make a sentence? Remember, we have to use the is for Jerry because Jerry is he. So Jerry is tonight. Jerry is going to cook pasta. Jerry's going to cook pasta. Next one. Who's this? This is Jerry's grandfather. I think we remember that. So what is Jerry going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow, he is going to, and then we need a verb. So what is he going to do with his grandfather? He is going to visit. He's going to visit his grandfather. Again, we have going to. He is going to. So what's this? This is tennis, isn't it? So how do we make a sentence about tennis in the future? So again, we have he, so please don't forget we need am, are, or is. Which do we use here with he? He is, of course. And then we have going to. So what verb do we use with tennis? He is going to play tennis. That's it, exactly. He's going to play tennis with his friend Mark. We don't need to write it all. He's going to play tennis. And Jerry thinks because Mark is very good, Mark is... What's the next part? Mark is going to... What do we see in the picture? What verb do we put after it? Mark is going to win. Exactly. And the last one. He is. Now remember, we can use he is or Jerry is. It's the same. He or Jerry. Let's use Jerry here. So what can we say about this? It's next year. Let's put in the next year. What is Jerry going to do? Jerry is going to... What's the verb we used with the USA, with America? We could say go, or we could say spend. How long is he going to spend in America? 2 weeks. So, where is he going to stay? Do you remember? Can you remember he talked about his cousin? So, how can we make a sentence? Where is he going to stay? He, what's the next word we need? He is. And again, going to stay. He's going to stay with his cousin. So that's Jerry. Remember, we need the is for he or she and going to. And then the verb. So the verb, of course, is spend, go, eat, write, do. All of these are verbs. So, just for a little bit of practice, what are you going to do? And you? What are you going to do tonight? What are you going to do tonight? Remember, tonight is this night. Later tonight. So I'm going to watch television. What are you going to do? What are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to work. I'm going to teach a class online. What are you going to do next week? Next week I'm going to run in the park. What are you going to do next year? Next year I am going to go on holidays to the beach. I hope. So please answer these questions for you. What are you going to do tonight? What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do next week? What are you going to do next year? That's our video for today. Thanks for watching.